So you hear my mom clear as day, booming. So cause you can hear her from inside the house. He had his window up. So me and Caleb locked eyes. I already knew I just could feel the whooping before it even came. Ouch. Man, I looked at Caleb. Caleb looked at me. He was like, Mom's here. And he he closed the window, but he was looking at me. I'm like, please don't tell. Like, please don't tell. So Mark, Yo-Yo, and the twins, they was kind of like not by the patio, but like by the side of the door, like by the door. So immediately when Caleb caught me in the process of trying to stash the Zaza, I don't know why, I just think that I was tweaking. I grabbed the Zaza, and we have a garbage can by the grill, but we got like a lot of wood in this garbage can. Like if my daddy just wanted to like burn wood and stuff like that. So I don't know why I did it, but I dashed the Zaza instead of under the patio. I dashed it straight, you know what I'm saying, where the wood was at. So I hurry up, I'm real quick with it. Boom, slam that bad boy down, I run. Because also I need to get up off that camera, and I need to make sure that I stay from out of that sensor light area. So I'm like, yo. I'm like, come here. So Mark like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, be quiet. Because the bathroom window always stay cracked. I'm like, Mom in the house. He like, how you know? So you're like, wait, your mom here? I'm like, y'all look. I'm like, the gate. When I say the gate it's like we was in jail, okay? But it was just a fancy gate. But that gate was pretty long. You're going to be climbing, okay? And if you don't know how to hop a gate, you just out of luck. So I'm like, that gate. I'm like, man, I don't know if y'all could climb it. I know it's tall. So you're like, I'm not climbing no gate. I'm like, how is you going to get in the house? I'm like, because if my mama see y'all coming from it, that's the only way. Because we couldn't let them out the back gateway because the keys are in the house. So we couldn't let them out the back gate. So Yo-Yo looked at me. She like, I could just say that I came over here to come see you. I'm like, look, my mama is not like the ordinary mama. So I had to break it down a little bit to her. So she like, all right, so what we gonna do? Now I hear my mom, Caleb, cracks the window back up. I hear my mama like, where's Rody, Dodie, and Mark at? So I'm like, oh my God, she's looking for us. So I'm like, oh my God. So she must have left out of Caleb's room. Now we're still standing still. The sensor light popped back on. So the twins like, I got to get home. I'm like, you want to hop the gate? So the twins like, no, I don't want to hop no gate. Why we can't just go out the front gate? I'm like, the keys is inside. So she like, I mean, I could try to hop it, but that's how I'm going to get over. How I'm going to just jump over. I'm like, yeah, but when you jump over, that's Beth yard. And her yard was like trashy, if you know what I mean. She had like a car that was been sitting back there like since 1996 type. You feel me? Like, so I was just like, look, just jump over there, and then it's just easy to get out her yard and you just go home. So she like, okay. So Yo-Yo, right, was like, I'll try to climb it first. So the twins like, all right, we can just all try to climb it together. So they was trying to climb it, and you can hear the door, the back door, saying, because you hear the alarm system first. So it's like, back door now. I'm like, go, get down, because my mama still got to hit that cut to be able to see us. So they hurry up and get down, and we go by the patio, the other side. Guys, the sensor light pop on, but I was so tweaking that I don't know if the sensor light is popping on because my mama walking back there, or it's popping on because we are in that sensitive area. So we hurry up, like, oh, come on. So we just had it. So my mama just walking out there, you can hear, she like, I don't know why they think they can play with me. I don't know why. And all of a sudden, you hear her garage open, right? Her garage open. Then boom, she go open up her bar. So I'm like, oh my God. And then you see my nana coming up. I'm like, so you're like, so how we go? I'm like, look, the only way we can get back into the house if we climb through Caleb's window. She like, through the window? She like, I'm too grown to be. I'm like, look, come on, please. I'm like, you the one popped over here. You should. So now me and her going back and forth. So I'm like, yo, be quiet for you blow us. I'm like, all right. So I'm over there. I'm nervous. I feel like I got to defecate. I got to fart. I got all these emotions and feelings going on. Palm my hands sweaty. So Caleb lets up his window, and you hear him like, Rody Dodie. First off, I'm not finna pop my head up knowing that my mama and my nana is in the bar, because there's still cameras in there which they can see outside. So I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, look, Mark, I'm gonna go in the bar area straight up. So he like, okay. And then I'm like, I'm gonna sneak y'all in the house. He like, how you gonna do that? I'm like, I don't know. Let me just see, right? So I'm like, okay. So he like, you ready? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, but you know what? This your fault. I'm like, you should go. So he like, how is my fault? So Yo-Yo was like, look, but how about both of y'all go? I'm like, no. I'm like, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Because I've been in the clear. I've been in the clear. You've been putting me in your drama. We got the dude chasing us. We got a lot going on. And it's your fault, right? So he like, all right. So I'm like, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. So we rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I win. So Mark straight up, like a soldier as he is, he walked straight up. Soon as he walked, but see, I changed the plan. Soon as he walked inside the bar, I hurried up and ran in the house. Straight up. It was like, soon as that sensor light popped on, it was like, because the bar area is this way. The house is this way. So once that light come on, she can't see nothing in case she's actually looking at the camera. So I hurried up, I breaks in the house. So Mark goes in the in the bar area, but as he walking in the doorway, he see me like get little. He hear me. I'm like, ooh, ooh, ooh. He look, I'm like just telling him like, go in. I guess inside the crib. I knock on Caleb. I knock on Caleb's door. He like, who is? I'm like, open the door. I'm panicking. Open the door. That's my panic look. Open the door. He like, okay, calm down. Now here's the deal. Caleb is always sitting at the desk at his chair. The door is literally right here, arm reach. Okay, arm reach. All he had to do is he took his happy-go-lucky time. I'm like, Caleb, come on. Open the door. He like, wait. He like, I'm still playing the game. So I guess, you know what I'm saying, he was winning. So he didn't want to move because he was playing online. All of a sudden, my dad like, Rody Dody. I'm like, hey, Dad. I'm like, y'all enjoyed outside? He like, yeah. He like, where you been? Your mama looking for you. I'm like, I'm actually about to go out there right now. Like, I think Mark out there. He like, y'all was outside? I'm like, no. We went outside. He like, all right, well, if you ain't saw your mama looking for you. I'm like, okay. I'm like, you have fun there? He like, you know, I'm hanging out with the girls. They had a girls' night out. He like, I was just there. He like, I'm exhausted. He goes in his room, right? So Caleb finally opened up the door. I walk up. I'm like, come on, man. He like, what? I'm like, look, I'm going to need to sneak my friends through the window. He like, what window? I'm like, he like, what? I'm like, your window. He like, they got germs. They not. I'm like, shh. I'm like, look, Caleb, please. I'm like, you know, I ain't never asked you for nothing. He like, you did. You asked me, don't tell on you. I'm like, okay, this is still a part of not telling on me. You supposed to be my little brother. He like, okay, what do you want me to do? He like, here, they got to put on gloves. I'm like, Caleb. Now, he was very OCD. We was the type that couldn't even sit in Caleb's bed because he would change his whole sheets. If you go and take a shower, he would go in there and put a towel down, like, not with us, but just like if we had a cousin or family coming in. Like, Caleb just didn't play that. So he like, why they can't go through mom's? Why they can't go through mom's window? I'm like, Dad is in there, genius. He like, hey, don't talk about me if you need me. I'm like, Kelly, he like, how much you gonna pay? I'm like, look, please, can you help me? Help me. He like, okay. They better not step in my bed. I'm like, how else they gonna get in? He like, wait, let me take my sheet. Matter of fact, they could come through this window and they just gotta fall in. So now he's saying that they gotta fall in, but I don't care. Just, I'll think about the rest, right? I hurried up. I break out his room. I shoot outside. So as soon as I shoot outside, my mom and Mark is getting ready to come out the bar door, but I'm walking. She like, where you been? I'm like, I was in the toy room the whole time playing the Nintendo. She like, you was in so you didn't hear me calling your name? This a big house, but I did go down that level. You didn't hear me calling your name? I'm like, no, I didn't. I'm like, I didn't even know you was here. I just saw Dad, and Dad said that you was looking for me. She like, okay. Y'all want to play with me? I'm like, no, Ma. She like, my son eat. I'm like, yeah, he ate. So my nana is looking at me, right? And so as she look at Mark, right? She look at Mark. So she say, we had a talk with Mark. And so I said, oh, okay. She's like, house now. I'm like, okay. So now I'm lost. Like, okay, but I still got Yo-Yo and the twins out at the back of the side of the patio, okay? I need to get out of there. So I'm like, I need to try to at least shoot up to Caleb's window to let them know the demonstration. So I don't want them to think that we just upped and left them out there. So we go in the house. My mama like living room. My nana goes and she sits down. My mama, she stands up. She say, Mark, don't say nothing. I want to see if Dodie going to say the same exact thing you said. And you can save yourself right now. Because I asked you several times out there and you want to play with me. So he like, but Mom, I'm telling you the truth. Rody Doty probably forget. And so I'm like, forget about what? She say, what happened to Mark Lip? I'm like, oh. I'm like, he fell. Now here's the deal. When it happened and the dude whoosh, on Mark Lip, that was the first thing Mark said. He said, man, we'll just tell Mama I fell. So I thought like legit, that's what he told Mom. So I'm like, he fell. She say, fell doing what? I'm like, I think it's when earlier today when we was and I was like, she like, don't look at him. I'm like, I kind of forgot. She said, Marky, what happened to your lip? So now, as my mom is still talking to Mark, Caleb, he comes down the stairs bringing his plate because, you know what I'm saying, he been done eating, but he bringing this plate. He's scratching his posterior. He like, oh, his lip. Whole time he up there in her. He like, his lip? So she say, yeah, boo, man, you know what happened to Mark Lip? We both looked at him. I'm talking about neck hit. Just like this. And I looked, I said, if he ran me out, I promise. He like, no, I don't know. He like, I don't know what happened to his lip. He like, but I want popcorn with butter on it. So my mama said, I'll make you popcorn with butter on it. Come on down here and give me your plate, because he was coming halfway down the stairs. She takes the plate. He goes back upstairs, right? So I'm like, Caleb, I'm like, I'll make your popcorn, okay? I'm like, you want me to make it with extra butter? He like, Mom can do it. I'm like, no, I'm going to do it. She said, I'm going to do it. You didn't want to do it when I was gone. Only reason why I wanted to do the popcorn, so I could be able to go in his room and let up the window and let the three girls know that we'll be back. So here's the kicker. I'm looking at my mom, and my mom is looking at me. She say, so you don't know what happened to Mark Lip? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, Mark, what happened? He like, you don't remember what happened? I'm like, no. He like, no, we was riding the bikes and I fell off the bike and I fell down the hill. She like, but why y'all going down the hill? I'm like, oh, that's when you remember you told me to take Caleb outside. She say, what hill? I'm like, oh, it's a couple of blocks. So she said, I told y'all, don't take my son. So now we got caught up in some more mess. So my mama like, you know what? I can't trust y'all. She said, you know what? Good. Whatever happened to your lip, you deserve it. Lucky I don't give you another mark and mess up your lip. Put something on it. Probably got bacteria on your lip, because his lip was open. It was not a big cut, but it was open that you noticed that somebody socked you with it. They don't fall doing that. So we going on ahead, vanish out my mom's face or whatever. Mark goes downstairs, right? So I goes to my room, and I'm thinking like my mom and them gonna leave out the living room and probably go back out there to the bar. But they did. So I gave it a couple of minutes, and I come out my room, and I go downstairs, and I'm not gonna, no, wait. We need to go get the girls. He like, oh, I forgot. I'm like, we got to get up in there. In Caleb's room, I'm like, because Caleb gonna let them through the window. He like, all right, so now we go upstairs. So my mama is coming while we're coming up. She like, what y'all doing? I'm like, oh, no, we finna go see, do Caleb want to play the game? She say, yeah, okay, don't be up there irritating my son, because y'all probably up there doing something y'all ain't got no business doing. I'm like, no. And my nana is whole time just eyeballing us. So boom, we knocks on the door. Caleb finally opened the door. I'm like, Caleb. I'm like, we need to let our friend. He like, yeah. You told me already. Going on ahead. I'm like, all right. So he got the door cracked. He like, it's hot in here. I'm like, Caleb, we got to shut the door. He like, but I'm hot. I'm like, Caleb, you never even have your door open. I'm like, let's just shut it for a few minutes. So I shut the door. We lock it. We let the window up. I'm like, yo. So she duck her head up, Cecil like, Papa on. I'm like, we're the twins. She like, oh, it's only just two of us. So the other twin made it over the gate, but left her sister. I could never. Okay? But left her sister. So it's just her sister and Yo-Yo. So I'm like, look, y'all climb on top of the patio, and then I'm going to pull y'all in the window. So Yo-Yo like, all right. So boom. They do it such. We pull them through the window. But when Yo-Yo come in, because Yo-Yo pretty tall, she like put her feet kind of hit Caleb big. Caleb's like, ew. I'm like, Caleb, please. He like, she touched my bed with her dirty feet. I'm like, like her shoes belong on the floor. I'm like, Caleb, we're sneaking in the window. He like, and you shouldn't have had company. I'm like, shh. So now all of a sudden you hear the bell. I'm like, why the bell ringing? So I'm like, oh my God. So Caleb was like, they have to get out of my room. I'm like, Caleb, I'm like, they can't just get out of your room. We got to wait. Just hold on. So they just standing. They're inside the Caleb room, but they're still standing by the window. So we let the window down, and all you hear is Rody, Doty, and Mark, come downstairs now. So I'm like, what now? What did we do now? So Mark I'm like, I don't know. So we go out and say, Caleb, look, we're going to shut the door. Lock it. Do not unlock. He like, okay. I'm like, please. He like, I said, I promise. I said, okay. I said, y'all, I'll be right back. Yo, you're like, oh my God, this is too much. She like, I gotta go. I gotta get up out of here. She like, I don't even know how these people are. I'm like, don't worry, my mama not on that. Just chill. So we leave out. So I kind of go like, you know how you halfway open the door and you just trying to squeeze out real quick and then Mark squeeze out. But my mama is coming upstairs. She like, downstairs. Cause you know what? Y'all think y'all so sneaky. So it was the way she was looking. I'm like, what just happened? Cause she just was leaving us alone. We go downstairs, we see Beth. So she say, Bev, now what you just said, what you just told me at the door?